Hi there, this is Niki Rowland for Hip Kit Club, and today I am working on a layout using cut files. I am using the January main kit. I'm also using bits from the Project Life kit, the embellishment kit, and I also use the colour kit too. And I'm using the really beautiful subscriber cut file. It's the curly heart with some flowers on. I've cut it 3 times from white cardstock, and I plan to, in different sizes, and I plan to arrange them onto my layout. So I am using a piece of white cardstock for my background. I'm putting the navy blue border around the edge. I want to do a layout about my boys, and so many layouts about love and Valentine's and hearts and things are in red and pink colour schemes, but on this occasion I'm going to use the greens and blues from the kit to make a layout about my gorgeous boys. So I have got the 3 hearts, and I'm going to backfill each one of those in a different paper. So I was considering using the navy blue from the background, from the border, but in the end I decided to go with 3 different prints. So I've gone for this really gorgeous pink fresh paper. It's the minty green colour. It's actually one of my favourite papers in this month's kit. And I've also gone for a lighter blue, and then I've gone for the blue, the deeper blue with the different colour flowers all over it for the heart, for one of the hearts. So yeah, so I've gone for 3 different prints to backfill my hearts with. So my hearts are cut from white cardstock. They're in 3 different sizes, and I wanted to mount the backs of, so I was going to, the paper that I put on the back of the heart, I wanted to raise up on foam pads, or I wanted to raise the cut file, if you like, on the foam pads on top of the pattern paper background. Does that make sense? Anyway, this is the smallest heart that I'm doing right now, and the parts of the heart, the outline is quite thin, quite skinny, so therefore it was quite challenging to mount this on foam pads, but I just about managed to do it. I decided to mount the flower as well, and some of the leaves on the other side, but not to do all of it. It's nice to have some of the flower tendrils not backfilled. Yeah, I liked those as they were. On the middle heart there, the blue, I forgot to backfill the leaf. I can't remember what I did on this one, whether I forgot that as well, maybe. Oh no, it went around the leaf that time. So literally I've gone manual here. I have cut the hearts on the machine, obviously, and then I've cut the backgrounds just by drawing round with a pencil and cutting out roughly. And yeah, so good old-fashioned pencil and scissors on this occasion. Okay, so now that all 3 of my hearts have been backfilled, I can start to arrange them onto my layout. So I've got my 3 hearts. I want them to go in a kind of vertical design from top to bottom, from the smallest one at the top to the bottom one being the biggest. And I've got this little photo of my boys that I'm going to poke in there as well. I've just arranged those onto the layout and got them stuck in place. And I'm going to add some stitching detail around these hearts. I'm not very good at poking my holes evenly, so I've pulled out a very old hole guide, paper piercing guide, I think it's officially called, and I'm poking my holes using that. Now it's a little bit more tricky going around a curved line, but I still use it. I just move it slightly around the curve, and then you can see that I give up and get bored doing that and just go completely manual in a minute and freehand. I managed it okay. I just had to really pay attention to what I was doing. I've gone around some circles recently and they've just looked dreadful, so I was trying to make sure that my stitches were nice and even on this occasion. So yeah, I've tried to use my my paper piercing guide as much as possible, but they then seemed to get fed up with that and went rogue. So yeah, I've just poked all of my holes there, and now I'm going to go and do my stitching with those lovely colours there. I did the stitching off camera so that you weren't too bored watching me do that, but you can see that I've tried to match the colours, so I've gone for the lighter, I've gone for a dark blue around the bottom heart, a medium blue around the middle heart, and then the greeny colour around the top heart. And I haven't gone all the way around every heart, I've just done some details here and there. I've gone mostly around them, but not all the way around. And I didn't go around the flower details, I just went around the outlines of the hearts. So now that my stitching is ready and my background is ready, I'm now just going through the rest of the hip kits for January and working out what embellishments I would like to use on this layout. So there was lots of beautiful embellishments this month. A lot of it was coordinated with the Pink Fresh Studio Everyday Musings. We also had some of those lovely chipboard frames from Joyful Day, and I've just pulled out what goes well with the colours and what phrases work for my layout as well. So I've just added this one at the top here that says small things great love, which I thought was an absolutely ideal saying to go with this photo, and that actually ended up being the title of my layout. I couldn't fit a title anywhere else, so I've added just ended up using that as my title really. And I'm going through trying to colour match the embellishments. So again, I'm trying to get green embellishments on the green heart, and I'm trying to get light blue embellishments on the light blue heart and darker blue embellishments on the bottom heart. I really wanted to use one of those little pockets from the Everyday Musings collection, and I've just put my photo poking out of the top there. There's only a tiny amount of the pocket showing, but it does add something, definitely brings that mint colour down a little bit as well. And I'm just layering behind my photo, so I have a circle and a little chipboard frame as well, just to give my photo a bit of dimension and interest. And now say I'm going through and adding in my embellishments. So I've pulled out quite a few flowers. Even though this is a layout about my boys, I still think that there is a place for flowers on layouts for boys, and I have no issue, as long as they're not like bright pink perhaps, but I have no issue with blue flowers, blue leaves, that kind of thing. I love my boys, they're beautiful, flowers are beautiful, I don't see the problem. So I'm just adding in clusters of flowers here and there where I can, particularly the blue leaves. They worked really well, I thought, with the curls of the hearts and the leaves on the hearts and the flowers on the hearts. So I'm just getting all of those stuck in place. Adding in a couple of the hearts from the Everyday Musings collection. They're really cute, I love those hearts, they're layered and they have lovely sayings on too. I only used a couple, and I used the green one and a darker green one, and they both have blue sayings on them. Yeah, I'm just going through my embellishments and seeing what else I can get in place. I've added a tassel bow at the bottom, now going through and adding in some puffy stickers. I love the puffy stickers, they give another whole different dimension to the layout as well. Yeah, so that is me almost complete. I'm sitting there thinking, what else do I need to add to this layout? In the end, I think I adding in a couple of enamel dots. Yep, here we go. And again, I was just trying to pull through the same colours, so the blues and the greens from those enamel dots. They were the Chamel Head in the Clouds enamel dot set. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if I need to add anything in. I always want to add the date, but I don't think I really need to add any journaling on this layout. I've journaled this photo shoot many times and told lots of stories using these photos. My big boy absolutely loves my baby boy so much, yeah, I don't need to document that anymore, so I'm going to leave it as it is. You can see from the close-ups that I've added a few drops of the Prima Colour Bloom 2 in Fairy Pond, the blue bottle that was in this month's colour kit. Thank you so much for joining me today. That was Niki Rowland for Hip Kit Club.